Hello बच्चों, how are you? Today's video will be a kind of special message to all my students. Actually, so many students were asking from me how to deal with examination fear. Just some days back, I got to know that some students are not able to cover up their syllabus that is going on continuously in their schools or institutions where they are reading or studying. But some students got so panicked that they almost left studying. They said that I am not able to focus on my studies only because the syllabus is washed, and maybe if I am trying to cover up mathematics, I am not able to focus on science. If I am trying to cover up science, I am not able to focus on social science, English, etc. Then my honest experience says what? That please try to understand it. This is tried and tested. Some points I would like to discuss. At first, point number one is what? That if you are not able to sit for 4 hours or 5 hours for your self studies, then don't worry. This is my experience, that if something is better than nothing, in the sense that if you're not studying anything at all every day, thinking this, that I am not able to cover up the whole syllabus that is going on in my school or institution. But if you sit for 2 hours every day, even 1 hour every day, and if you are getting the concept gradually, then there is high chance that the next day that hour, that timing will increase for sure. Maybe that if you are getting interest in the studies only for studying 1 hour, next day you will study for 2 hours. The another day you will study for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. That will gradually increase. And the moment you start studying constantly means consistently every day, then I'm pretty sure that all those left topics which you have not, or you can say you have missed, will be covered by you yourselves. Number one. Number two is based on my real experience, that sometimes what happens that students think about a particular subject that I am weak at it. As for example, suppose when I was in class 10th, I thought about myself that I am weak in mathematics, right? So what I did, please try to understand it. What I did was, I did not revise the topics of trigonometry, height and distance for more than 2 or 3 months before the examination. And do you know what happened? When the main board examination came, I saw the mathematics questions. Honestly, I am telling you that all those questions came which once I solved in my classroom, but only because I did not practice those questions before the examination, thinking this, that I am weak at mathematics. Believe me, everyone, that I was not able to solve those questions even. Those questions which I used to solve were not solved by me, only because I underestimated myself. I did not practice the questions of mathematics. And in rest of the subjects I got good marks. Only because of mathematics, my percentile a little bit got less. Let me tell you that I got approx 93 point some percentile in 10th CBC. Maybe if I had just worked more on mathematics, my percentile would have become 95%, 96, 97%. So what is the moral lesson behind this kind of story? This is not a story, this is real. Even if you meet me, I'll show you the certificate that among all those subjects I got less in mathematics, to be honest, but in other subjects I got more than 90% marks. So what you have to do is, dear students, please provide a specific time to each and every subject. Number one, if you are in class 10th or 12th going to appear for the board examination, and I think the same kind of rule applies for other class examination as well. Number two, sample papers will help you a lot. So if you have less time for your board examination, do one thing, and basically mathematics and science, these two subjects are something which you read every day either in the school or in the coaching. But when it comes of social science, Hindi, Sanskrit, English, you just ignore these topics, considering these subjects, considering it to be very easy. But sometimes the same underestimation of these subjects will result in the less marks. So what you have to do is, you will have to manage your timetable for each and every subject, dear students. Okay. Now, if you're how I'm giving you a kind of routine how you have to follow. Suppose you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you go for the school at 8 or 9 o'clock, as for example. So even if you just manage your time for 1 hour in the morning time, if it would be good if you manage for 2 hours in the morning time for your self studies, that will be the best. The best why? Because morning time is something where your mind is very relaxed after having a good sleep. And at that time, what I personally believe, that studying for 2 hours in the morning is equal to studying for 5 to 6 hours in the evening or late night. Means morning time is really very productive, that you will have to utilize if you have the time. If not, then suppose you have gone to school and after school you are reaching at your home at 4 o'clock. If you are going for a coaching, then it will take 7:30 or 8 o'clock, so you'll reach your home at 8 o'clock or 8:30. Study, sit there in your home from 8 or 8:30 p.m. in the evening time, and please study till 11. Maybe for some of you will be saying that, sir, it's very tough, but let me tell you the reality, that so many good students study in the morning time. This is their everyday routine, and so many good students study late at night and they don't reveal this secret. Getting some sense? So many students, good students who are in touch with me, they say that, sir, I study till 3 o'clock in the late night, or at late night, you can say 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Then they give the great results, and that is what you have to manage as well, my dear students. Getting some sense? Okay. And never underestimate any subject. Just if you are just weak at mathematics even, or science even, please provide time to mathematics, extra time to mathematics and science papers as well. And let me tell you better, English is something which is a scoring subject, a scoring language. If you provide a specific time for English every day, there is high chance that you will get good marks in English as well. Okay, so that was all from my end, and I hope this video will be very much helpful if you implement my ideas. And if you have liked this video, please share it to all the students who really need a kind of motivation and encouragement. Wish you all the best. See you very soon with a new video. Thank you everyone.